Johnny Depp caught getting flirty with mystery blonde at Rum launch party. Hollywood vampires lawsuit drama just got messy. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we spill the celebrity tea that nobody else is talking about quite like this. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we are diving deep today into the world of Johnny Depp, the man who just cannot stay out of the headlines no matter how hard he tries to keep things low-key. That's right, folks. As of April 2026, Johnny Depp is back in the spotlight for two very different reasons. And trust me, one of them is going to have you raising your eyebrows and the other one is going to have you shaking your head at how complicated life can get even for a superstar like him. Let's start with the fun part, the part that has gossip sites buzzing and fans divided like never before. Just a couple of nights ago, Johnny Depp was spotted at a glamorous rum launch party right here in Los Angeles. And let me tell you, it was not your average celebrity mingle. The event was for his brand new rum venture called Three Hearts Rum, a collaboration that Johnny has been quietly working on for months with his longtime friend and business partner Bobby Delian. The venue was the historic Wilshire Abel Theater in Los Angeles, one of those elegant old-school spots that screams old Hollywood glamour. Think chandeliers, velvet seating, and an atmosphere that feels like it stepped straight out of a classic film. The place was packed with A-listers, influencers, musicians, and of course, a whole bunch of devoted Johnny Depp fans who somehow managed to score invites or sneak their way in. Now, here is where things get juicy. Eyewitnesses and video footage that has already gone semi-viral online show Johnny Depp looking every bit the silver fox we have come to love in his post-Drilla era. He was dressed casually but stylishly, black button-down shirt unbuttoned just enough to show a hint of that signature necklace collection he always wears, hair a little tousled, that trademark mustache and goatee perfectly groomed. He was circulating the room, chatting with guests, signing a few autographs, and generally being the gracious host. But then, in a quiet corner away from the main crowd, something happened that has everyone talking. Johnny was seen getting cozy with a mystery blonde fan. Yes, you heard that right. A mystery blonde. They were caught on video chatting closely, leaning in toward each other, the kind of conversation that looks intimate even if it only lasted a few minutes. Let me paint the picture for you because the video is grainy but it tells 1,000 stories. The clip shows Johnny standing there with a glass of what is presumably his own Three Hearts Rum in hand, laughing at something the woman said. She is tall, blonde hair cascading down her shoulders, dressed in a sleek little black dress that screams she came ready to impress. They are tucked away in this dimly lit corner near one of the antique mirrors in the Wilshire Abel, and the body language is what has fans losing their minds. Johnny is leaning in slightly, that famous half-smile on his face, the one that says he is genuinely engaged. She is touching his arm lightly while she speaks, and at one point, he throws his head back in laughter. Sources who were at the party tell us the moment was brief, maybe 3 or 4 minutes tops, but it appeared undeniably flirty. One insider whispered to the press, Johnny was in a great mood all night, interacting with tons of fans, but this particular exchange had a spark. It wasn't just polite small talk. There was chemistry. Of course, the internet has already exploded with theories. Who is this mystery blonde? Is she a fan who got lucky? Is she someone from the industry? A model? An aspiring actress? Or could she be someone Johnny already knows privately? The speculation is running wild on social media. Some fans are cheering him on, saying it is about time Johnny enjoyed himself after everything he has been through. Others are a little more protective, reminding everyone that Johnny has always been a gentleman and that we should not read too much into a friendly chat at a party. But come on, folks, this is Johnny Depp we are talking about. The man has been single, or at least publicly unattached, since his very public and very messy divorce from Amber Heard. That whole legal saga changed the way the world looks at him, and now every single interaction with a woman gets dissected like it is front-page news. Let us take a step back for a second and remember why this feels so significant. Johnny Depp spent years in the courtroom fighting allegations that nearly destroyed his career and his reputation. He won the defamation case against Amber Heard in 2022, and since then he has been on this slow but steady comeback trail. He has been focusing on his music, his art, and now apparently his rum business. Three Hearts Rum is not just some celebrity vanity project. From what we have heard, Johnny poured his heart into the branding, the flavor profiles, even the bottle design. It is inspired by his love for the sea, for adventure, and for the pirate spirit that made Captain Jack Sparrow a legend. The launch party was meant to celebrate the creative side of him, not to spark romance rumors. Yet here we are. The video of the flirty moment has already racked up hundreds of thousands of views across TikTok and X, with comments ranging from, "Johnny deserves to flirt after everything," to, "Leave the man alone, it was just a conversation." One fan account even slowed the clip down frame by frame, pointing out the way Johnny's eyes crinkled when he laughed and how the blonde tilted her head toward him. It is classic gossip fodder, the kind that keeps channels like this one thriving. And let us be honest, Johnny knows how to work a room. He has been doing it for decades. From his early days in 21 Jump Street to his iconic roles in Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, and of course the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Johnny has always had the magnetic charm that draws people in. Women have been drawn to him since he was a teenager. Remember his high-profile romances with Winona Ryder, Kate Moss, Vanessa Paradis, and then Amber. The man has never lacked for attention. But here is the thing that makes this particular sighting stand out. Johnny has been relatively private since the trial ended. He has been living between France and Los Angeles, spending time with his children Lily Rose and Jack when their schedules allow, and focusing on passion projects. The fact that he let his guard down enough at a public event to have this visibly cozy moment suggests maybe he is feeling more relaxed, more ready to step back into the social scene. Or maybe it was nothing at all, just two people enjoying a good conversation over a glass of premium rum. Either way, the mystery blonde has now become the talk of the town. Paparazzi have been camped outside the Wilshire Abel trying to identify her, but so far no confirmed name has surfaced. Some outlets are speculating she might be connected to the music industry because Hollywood Vampires, Johnny's band, was also represented at the party. Others think she could be a complete stranger who just happened to catch his eye. Speaking of the band, that brings us to the second big story that is making waves right now, and this one is a little more serious. While Johnny was out there launching his rum and maybe flirting with a mystery blonde, his band Hollywood Vampires is dealing with some real legal drama of its own. The band, which Johnny formed back in 2015 with Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, has been hit with a lawsuit from a concert promoter over a cancelled show in Slovakia. This is not some small-time dispute either. According to court documents, the promoter is claiming that the band accepted an advance payment of around $277,000 for a performance that was supposed to happen in 2023 but was ultimately cancelled. The promoter is now suing to get that money back, plus damages, claiming breach of contract and lost opportunities. Hollywood Vampires is fighting back hard. Their legal team has filed motions to get the entire case dismissed, arguing that the cancellation was due to circumstances beyond their control and that the promoter is overreaching. Johnny himself is not named personally in the lawsuit, but as a founding member and one of the most visible faces of the band, this situation is landing squarely on his plate. Fans who follow the band know that Hollywood Vampires is more than just a side project for Johnny. It is a passion. The group plays rock covers and original songs, paying homage to the classic rock legends that inspired them. They have toured the world, released albums, and given Johnny an outlet to perform live without the pressure of carrying an entire movie on his shoulders. The Slovakia show cancellation happened a few years ago, right around the time Johnny was still deep in his legal battles. Schedules shifted, health concerns popped up, and the tour logistics became complicated. The band has maintained that they acted in good faith and tried to reschedule or make things right, but the promoter apparently was not satisfied. Now the case is dragging on in court, and insiders say the band is confident they will win the dismissal. Still, it is the kind of headline that reminds us Johnny Depp cannot seem to escape drama entirely. One day he is charming fans at a rum party, the next his band is battling it out in the legal system. Let us zoom out for a moment and talk about how far Johnny has come. Think back to 2016 when the allegations from Amber Heard first surfaced. Johnny's career took a massive hit. Disney dropped him from Pirates of the Caribbean. Studios were hesitant to touch him. He lost endorsement deals, and the public narrative painted him as the villain. But Johnny fought back. He took the stand, he told his side of the story, and in 2022 the jury sided with him in the landmark defamation trial. The world watched as social media flipped overnight. Hashtags like Justice for Johnny Depp trended for weeks. Since then, he has slowly rebuilt. He starred in Jean du Barry, a French film that premiered at Cannes. He directed and starred in Modi, a biopic about the artist Amedeo Modigliani. Rumors swirl about him returning to big studio projects, maybe even a Pirates comeback, although Disney has stayed quiet on that front. And now we have Three Hearts Rum and the ongoing Hollywood Vampires work. The rum launch itself was quite the event. Attendees described the atmosphere as electric. There were tasting stations set up with different Three Hearts Rum varieties, from smooth dark rums aged in oak barrels to lighter spiced blends that Johnny apparently helped perfect. Live music played in the background, and at one point members of Hollywood Vampires even joined the stage for a short acoustic set. Johnny toasted the crowd, thanking everyone for their support over the years. "This is not just rum," he reportedly said in his speech. "This is a piece of my heart, 3 hearts actually, for the people who have stood by me." The line got a huge cheer, and videos of that moment are all over social media too. But back to the mystery blonde. The way the video shows them standing so close, the laughter, the eye contact, it has rekindled all those old conversations about Johnny's love life. Is he dating again? Is he ready to move on publicly? After his long relationship with Vanessa Paradis and the turbulent marriage to Amber, Johnny has kept things very private. There have been occasional rumors, a rumored fling here or there, but nothing confirmed. This party moment feels different because it was captured on video and shared so quickly. It humanizes him in a way that courtrooms and press releases never could. It shows a man who is enjoying life, who can still charm a room, and who is not afraid to connect with people. Of course, not everyone is thrilled. Some of Amber Heard's supporters have already taken to social media to criticize the flirty interaction, calling it disrespectful or whatever narrative they want to push. But the majority of the comments I have seen are supportive. Fans are saying things like, "Johnny looks happy, let the man live," and "that smile is everything." It is a reminder that Johnny's fan base is fiercely loyal. They stood by him through the darkest times, and they celebrate every small victory with him now. Let us talk a little more about the lawsuit because it deserves its own deep dive. The promoter behind the Slovakia show is a company that specializes in large-scale European concerts. They claim they invested heavily in marketing, venue booking, and ticket sales for the Hollywood Vampires performance. When the show was cancelled, they say they lost significant revenue and had to refund thousands of fans. The $277,000 advance was paid upfront, and according to the lawsuit, the band never returned it despite the cancellation being announced months in advance. Hollywood Vampires lawyers argue that force majeure clauses were in place, that unforeseen circumstances protected them from liability, and that the promoter is trying to turn a business risk into a windfall. Court filings show that the case has been bouncing around for over a year now. There have been hearings, depositions, and attempts at mediation that apparently went nowhere. Johnny is not required to appear personally, but his name being attached to the band means every update makes headlines. Some entertainment lawyers I have spoken with off the record say the case looks weak on the promoter's side because rock bands cancel shows all the time for various reasons, and contracts usually have protections built in. Still, it is costing the band time, money, and energy that they would rather spend on music and touring. This legal headache comes at an interesting time for Johnny. He is in the middle of filming or preparing for several new projects. There is talk of him playing Ebenezer Scrooge in a dark new adaptation of A Christmas Carol directed by T. West. On-set photos have leaked showing Johnny completely transformed with prosthetics and that silver fox look we saw at the rum party. He is also attached to Day Drinker, another film where he is described as playing a mysterious, charismatic lead. The man is working, folks. He is not sitting around waiting for Hollywood to forgive him. He is out there creating his own opportunities, launching rum brands, playing music, and yes, occasionally flirting with a mystery blonde at a glamorous Los Angeles party. The Wilshire Abel Theatre has hosted countless legendary events over the decades, from suffrage rallies in the early 1900s to modern film premieres and concerts. Choosing that venue for the Three Hearts Rum launch was a classy move. It felt intentional, like Johnny was saying, "I am part of this Hollywood history now in a new way." The night was filled with laughter, clinking glasses, and the unmistakable vibe of celebration. Multiple sources confirm that Johnny stayed late, talking to everyone from longtime friends to wide-eyed fans who could not believe they were standing next to Captain Jack Sparrow himself. He posed for photos, signed bottles of rum, and even played a little air guitar when the band took the stage. As for the mystery blonde, she reportedly left the party shortly after their conversation. No one saw them leave together. No one has come forward claiming to be her. She remains a ghost in the gossip machine, which only fuels the intrigue. Will we ever find out who she is? Maybe if she sells her story to a tabloid, or maybe she will stay private and this will fade into just another fun night in Johnny Depp's life. Either way, it has given us all something to talk about. Now, let us circle back to the bigger picture. Johnny Depp at 50-something is in a fascinating chapter. He has survived public humiliation, financial setbacks, health scares, and a career that many wrote off as finished. Yet here he is, launching a rum brand that is already generating buzz, keeping his band alive despite legal challenges, and stepping back into acting with projects that sound genuinely exciting. The flirty moment at the party is just icing on the cake. It shows he is still that charismatic, charming guy who drew us all in decades ago. It reminds us that behind the headlines and the lawsuits and the courtroom battles, Johnny is a human being who laughs, flirts, and enjoys a good party. Fans have been flooding social media with support. One popular fan page posted a side-by-side of Johnny from the party and from his Edward Scissorhands days, captioning it, "Still got it." The comments were full of heart emojis and, "We love you, Johnny." Even people who were not huge fans before the trial have come around after watching the way he handled himself with dignity. The man has been through the ringer, and every small sign that he is thriving feels like a victory for the underdog narrative that so many people relate to. Of course, the Hollywood vampires lawsuit adds a layer of tension. No one wants to see their favorite band dragged through the courts over money. But if history has taught us anything about Johnny Depp, it is that he fights hard and he usually comes out on top. The band has already released a statement through their representatives saying they are confident the matter will be resolved quickly and that they look forward to focusing on new music and future shows. In the meantime, they are encouraging fans to check out Three Hearts Rum, which is now available in select markets and online. Let me tell you something else that has not been widely reported yet. At the rum launch, there was a private after-party for close friends and collaborators. Johnny reportedly played some guitar, jamming with a few musicians in a back room. The energy was relaxed, creative, and full of the rock and roll spirit that Hollywood vampires embodies. The mystery blonde was not part of that inner circle, at least from what sources say, which suggests the flirty moment really was just a spontaneous fan interaction that happened in the main event area. Still, the closeness of the conversation has everyone wondering if Johnny is opening himself up to new possibilities in his personal life. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want you to think about what this all means. Johnny Depp is not just a celebrity. He is a cultural icon who has redefined what a comeback looks like. From the rum party flirtation to the band's legal battle, he is living life on his own terms. The mystery blonde might remain a mystery forever, or she might turn out to be the start of something new. The Slovakia lawsuit might drag on or it might disappear with a quiet settlement. Either way, Johnny is moving forward. He is creating, performing, and yes, occasionally getting cozy in a corner with a beautiful stranger. What do you think, team? Is the flirty moment just harmless fun or the sign of a new chapter? Should Hollywood vampires settle the lawsuit or fight it all the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip, deep dives, and unfiltered takes on the stories that matter. We have got more Johnny Depp updates coming because with this man, there is always something happening. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, life is too short not to enjoy a good glass of rum and a little flirtation now and then. This is your host signing off. Take care, everybody.